Hey YouTube, this your girl Nurse Bates. So I am in Turkey right now, and I just got me a heart transplant. See, check me out. So I'm going to go ahead and just talk to you about my experience for anybody who was thinking about getting a heart transplant. But the thing about this is my first YouTube video that I've uploaded, so y'all have to give me some kind of grace because like I'm in Turkey and I got some time on my hands, and let me go ahead and just make this video since I'm just, but you know what's so crazy? You see how I got this transplant, like I'm just messing up everybody trypophobia, just walking around with all these holes in my head. But that's normal to walk around Turkey with your head like this, because when you had a transplant, you literally cannot cover your head for 2 weeks, right? So, but I don't have to go back to work for like 2.5 weeks, so I'm okay. And then when I do go back to work, I'm going to go ahead and just put like a silk scarf on, and then I'm going to put my my nursing cap on. So I know that you probably came to this video to see the information about getting a heart transplant in Turkey, but the point of this channel was not about this. It just so happened when I was doing this channel, I ended up going to Turkey. So this is raw, this is cut, this is just, it is what it is right now with this video. And I'm 43 years old. I don't know how to do all this editing, but I'm gonna learn because I want this channel to really grow. And so before I start telling you about my experience in Turkey, so y'all can just in case if anybody else wants to come over here and get their heart transplanted, and of course you could just follow my journey. I'm on TikTok, I'm also on Instagram. I'll put my Instagrams and my TikToks, in the caption of this video. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you about this transplant, but I got a little housekeeping to do. So can you just bear with me for like 2 or 3 minutes so I could just tell you what the real point of this this channel is. This channel is for any nurses, LPNs, CNAs, techs, phlebotomists, just anybody who works in the hospital, because as you see, we do 12-hour shifts. And when I tell you that 12-hour shift, it's hard. Especially if you med-surg. I mean, hats off to anybody that's like med-surg, because I don't see how y'all do it. Because med-surg, child, I'm from ER. When I drop my patients off at med-surg, I just want to just take my patients and drop them off and run, because y'all bad. Y'all be having 8 patients, 9 patients, no tech some days. I don't see how y'all do it. But the thing is that a lot of the nurses that I know, a lot of my friends, they want to start their own business. Nursing is so rewarding, I promise you it is, but it's hard on the body, and a lot of us now don't want to be 65 and 70 years old at the bedside. So the point of this channel is not all, but most of my friends starting their own businesses, and this is what I want this channel to grow. I just want all the nurses, doctors, LPNs, RNs, just anybody that's in the medical field who have their own business. I want them to like, follow, and I want you to subscribe. Even if you love a nurse, if you love a tech, if you love a CNA, I just want you to hone in on this channel, because this channel ain't for me. This channel is for you, technically, and I'm gonna tell you why it's for you. It's getting to the point that nursing is a big community. It's big, but yet it's small because we just so clicked up like that. Nurses all over America, right? So what I want to do is, I want us to start, any nurse who's starting their own business, I would like for them to come to my channel. We're going to do like I want them to come. We're going to do like a video chat. So like you'll be at your house, I'll be at my house. We're going to do like a live streaming. And then I just want a whole bunch of nurses, or anybody who love a nurse, to just come to the live stream when we do it. I want to do it maybe once or twice a week. And I want to you to come and promote your business for a small fee, like maybe like $200 or like $150. Just come on here and just promote your business. I don't care what kind of business that you have. If you're selling t-shirts, water bottles, if you're doing IV therapy, I just want this place to be a safe place. And the point of this channel is, I want all the nurses, when you come here, let's say if you're making candles, when you come to this channel and you go ahead and advertise your business, I would just love for everybody to sell out this nurse. Like, just sell her out. Just everybody just go to her website and then just buy all her candles, because I just want this channel just to grow so we can just stop being at bedside. And then, it's a circle of life. Believe it or not, ain't no telling how many people in nursing school at this moment. At this moment, it might be 2 million people in nursing school right now. So it's going to be enough to go around. So when your business start to get big, and it will get big, because, we're going to profess that, you know what I'm saying? But the point is that you could stop being at bedside, or you could do it PRN, because, to keep your skills up. So that is just the point of this channel. It's just for nurses to grow. And a little bit more housekeeping, then after that I'm going to tell you about my experience at Istanbul, Turkey, where I got my hair transplant. But again, I am a nurse, and I have my own business, and this is why the channel is called The Nurse That Plans, because I plan. This is my planner for nurses, techs, CNAs, LPNs, respiratory therapists. It's pretty much a medical manager, okay? But this medical manager is just not like a regular medical manager. This thing has everything in here. I promise you, y'all. It has some stickers, but of course you can buy more stickers when you go on Amazon. Just you buy some more stickers. This is just my love letter to y'all. I promise y'all I'm almost done. Then I'm gonna start talking about the transplant, okay? Just your name, if you, just in case if you get lost. And again, it says side effects may cause success in the medical field, okay? But this right here is just when, these are just like small little things like vital signs, your labs, ABG interpretation, lung sounds, vent settings. I also have the order of draw, pupils, GCS, and even the injection sites. And the thing about it is that I'm not trying to teach nobody to be a tech, nurse, LPN, but sometimes it's things that we like forget. Sometimes we forget how much we could put in the arm, or how much we can put, in the leg. Sometimes we forget the order of draw. I'm a ER nurse, and it also has pressure wounds. Sometimes I don't get to see wounds. Sometimes I won't see wounds for 1 or 2 months or whatever, and then I forget, like, oh, what stage is this pressure wound in, right? The stroke scale. So this is just like a reminder. I'm not trying to teach anybody, because I know that y'all are wonderful nurses. I already know this, but sometimes we forget. I know one time we had a child come in, and I'm like, everybody was like, oh, what's respirations for a 3-year-old? That respiration for a 3-year-old is not the same as an adult. So sometimes that we forget those things. And then just real quick, this is a 15-month planner. It's a 15-month planner. So let's say if you bought this book in March or April or May, it doesn't matter. You could just start it for when you for where you bought it at. So sometimes planners are like 2025. So if you didn't get started, so pretty much we already in January, hitting February. So right now you already done lost the whole month right now. You know what I'm saying? So but this way it doesn't matter. You could just start from the month that you bought it, and then sometimes we lose track. So let's say if you started in February, but you forgot to do March or April. So what? You just start from the new month and then just write it in. So you could just go ahead and just write it in. And the best part about this is, at the end of every month, there is a paycheck planner. So you can go ahead and try to document your paychecks. And also you have notes in the back. And then also you could do inspirations. You could do a vision board. It's some more stuff in here, but I'm going to get to that. Oh, and it also comes with this beautiful pen. And it comes in 3 different colors. A Tiffany blue and a black and gold one, okay? And then, of course, like this little beautiful box. Okay, so we finished. I don't know how many minutes that was, but we are finished with this, okay? But again, if you want to go ahead and order this, you can just go to my Shopify, and the Shopify is literally The Nurse That Plans. And go ahead and just support your girl, and go ahead and buy my planners. And I plan on putting more things on this website, okay? But and also, we can also gonna follow my journey as far as like if my hair really grow and if these implants, you know, like really take. So I'm gonna be honest. So just in case if they don't take, I'm gonna say they didn't take, you know. But if I come back with a long, luscious, jewelry thing of her, then you know that it took. Okay. And so then also until the channel get big with all my nurses, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and tell stories of the ER. So until my channel get big enough so I can invite nurses with their own business to come to my channel. So I'm just going to go ahead and if you want to send me any of your wild crazy stories of the ER, just email it to malachi715@yahoo.com. I'm also going to put the email in the link. So just go ahead and email me. I'm going to read them and give you my opinion. I don't care if it's about being bullied by charge nurses, by regular nurses, just being new, just any crazy stories that you've seen. So I'm going to go ahead and read them and just give some commentary until we could build this channel big enough so we could start bringing these beautiful nurses who have their own business to this platform. Okay. So let's talk about this transplant. Okay, so this transplant, I got I flew here on the Turkish airline, and it took and I live in Atlanta, so it literally took about 10.5 hours. And the flight, and I hate flying, but the flight really was not that bad because my flight took off at 10 o'clock at night. So because of the time difference, we didn't get here to Turkey until about 4:30. And by the time I got to my hotel, it was almost 7 o'clock because we just had some mix-ups at the airport. But anyway, so when I got to my hotel at about 7 o'clock, I got some rest because the very next day, so that was a Tuesday, the very next day on Wednesday was time for my transplant. So on Wednesday, they came and picked us up. It was about like 7 or 8 people, but it was like mostly men. I was like the only woman because, you know, a lot of men get hair transplants, but, you know, women could get hair transplants too or whatever. So they picked us up. They put us on this van. The place that I went to, it is literally, when I tell you, it was probably like maybe 6-7 minutes from the Radisson hotel. So we wasn't there that long. And then when I got scared because I was like, oh my God, it was like so many people. I thought I was gonna be waiting all day. When I tell you, these people just literally just took off. They really put everybody in a different room to evaluate like they heard and see how many grafts that they can put. And I also, after this, not this video, but maybe my next video when I get home and I can start editing and doing the things that I need to do, I got videos. I even got videos of them implanting the hair in my follicles. So I could put all that in another video. But right now, like I said, I'm in Turkey and I just got the courage, you know what I'm saying, to go ahead and just do this video. So anyway, so they put us in the room. The doctor looked at my hair, and then we drew my hairline on, and she said she gonna do some little zigzags so the hairline could look, you know, just real versus like straight across. I had the little white line like I was at like a dude at the barbershop. You know how your man come home and they got that little white line on it? That's what I looked like when I had walked out. So then they took me to a different building. They drew my blood to make sure I didn't have HIV or Hep B or Hep C. If I did, they was like, they're going to upcharge me another $800 for, you know what I'm saying, for their protection. But so they're going to draw your blood. And so then they got started. Literally, let's talk about, okay, so they do the transplant in 3 sections. It's literally like 3 parts of the transplant. So the first part of the transplant, what they do is they lay me on my face, and they lay me on my feet. It's like a massage table. So they literally lay me on my face. So, you know, face down. Yeah, so they did that. Oh, but they shaved my hair first. They shaved off all my hair. So they did that. So they shaved my hair off, took me to the room. They put me face down, up, and then they started to inject lidocaine in my skull. The lidocaine injection. So nurses, you know, like when they do procedures in the ER and they have to use lidocaine, and then the doctor say, okay, you're gonna feel a stick in the burn. Y'all, that stick and that burn ain't no joke, because this is the first time I ever had it. I heard doctors all the time say, okay, I'm finna numb you up and do a little stick in the burn. When I tell you that stick in the burn ain't no joke. So what they did was the first part was they shaved, but not, I'm sorry, they didn't shave. They went ahead and numbed the bottom part of my hair, because this is the donor site, because your hair is more thick and and it's just stronger in the back. So what they do is they drew it up and they started sticking me with lidocaine all over the back of my head. Okay, so when and they only gave me a Xanax to kind of like relax, right? So they went ahead and they also gave me an IV for like just for hydration. So so the worst part is when they stuck me on the sides of my head. I don't know, it was just more tender, and you could just feel them just going in and then just injecting you. But you, of course, it's sticking to burn because it's lidocaine. The pain, you might feel the pain for maybe like 30 seconds, and then it'll go away, and then it just keep going around and around your remember, they're only doing the back part of your head. So what they do is they start harvesting your follicles. They start harvesting the hair in the back so they could put it in the front. Okay, so once they did that, so they took the graft, so you could, and it's like, okay, you know how alcohol pass is? So it's like they had a whole, like a petri dish, and they took these parts of the back of my head, the grafts, and they laid them onto like this little petri dish, like in water, they're the ones that's going to implant. So that was the first part. That was the first part. And so then the second part, the doctor had came in, and so she looked at it, tried to make sure I had enough grafts to graft the front of my head. And I got to show you. Okay, so y'all have to come back for the second video so you could see how much hair I had missing at the front of my head. So like most of my edges were missing from the side, from both sides, and then the front. Okay, so but they also put the hairline, if you could see the follicle. So I had hair at this top, but they still put more hair right there, which, I'm grateful for, because I guess that part was thinning out too or whatever. So the doctor had came in, and then when she came in, they had to re-numb me up. Well, they didn't re-numb me up. They started to numb me up from the front. So I'm like, oh my God, so we got to do another stick and burn. This part, like the sides, the lidocaine hurts. It hurts really, really bad. But again, it goes away pretty fast. But it ain't no joke when they doing it. So they just lidocaine all around my head. So the second part of the procedure was her like opening up the follicles, like the channels. Okay, so just imagine if you are finna plant a tree. So you have to dig a hole first so you could put the seeds in. So that's the best way that I can describe it. So after they numbed me up, they started to, okay, it was like she was stabbing my head, all these little holes. It was like she just was going in and out with like a needle and just stabbing my head like over and over and over and over again. Like, I want to say that might have taken maybe an hour and a half when she was doing that, so she could make the channels to actually put the hair follicles in. And believe it or not, that's the only part that I believe that the doctor did. The rest of everybody else that was doing with the tech, like the first person when they did the grafts, that was a tech. It was two men. It was there was techs. They the ones that did that. She came in and she actually did the follicles. Okay, and so then after she did the follicles, they got me up, and then they broke me for lunch or whatever. So they provided lunch, a chicken wrap, and so then they sat me down. So I'm thinking, oh Lord, I'm gonna be sitting down eating, they gonna forget about me for about an hour and a half. No, maybe at the most they gave me maybe 15 minutes to eat my food, and then they put me back into the room, and then they got started again. And so remember, the doctor, she left. So the men are the ones who transplanted the grafts inside of my head. I do have videos of that too. So it looked like they put the grafts on their hand. They took little tweezers, and they literally just took them one by one and actually put the follicles inside of my head. Okay, and so then once they did that I want to say, okay, I ain't tell you the best part. Okay, so the best part, remember I told you earlier when we got started, which was maybe, I didn't tell you, it was about 10 o'clock when we finally got started. They gave me a Xanax. And anytime you take anything by mouth, it takes maybe about 30 minutes for it to kick in. I'm not sure if this was a delayed Xanax, because when they started doing that part, which was after 12 o'clock, because, they did the step 1 and step 2, then they did the follicles. So after they did the follicles, they also, y'all, I fell asleep. So I was fighting it because I could hear myself snoring and whatever. You know what I'm saying? I thought, you want to be embarrassed because you just snoring, you know what I'm saying? But I felt myself snoring. So I'm like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? So I kept trying to just wake up. I just kept trying to just wake up or whatever. But before I know it, I remember we started at 12. I woke up at 4 o'clock. And they was done, but it was kind of done. The doctor came back in, and they got her approval, and she said that she wants them to do some more little zigzags or whatever, so the hairline don't come in, all boxy like a little box Chevy. So anyway, but that took maybe about another 30 minutes, and then by 5:30 they was taking me back to the hotel, and so that was pretty much like day 1. And so then today, right now, is day 2. So day 2, around 11 o'clock, they come back, and they when you leave out, they put a whole patch. Again, I got videos. They covered this part up with like a bandage in the back, and then so this part lays out. You cannot put nothing on this part at all for the next, like I say, 2 weeks. Cannot put anything on top of this. Oh, and then they gave me a little neck pillow, telling me so I can't sleep laying down. I gotta sleep like this for 2 weeks, like sit like in a 30-degree angle. I don't know, but that's what they told me. So last night I had a hard time trying to sleep sitting up, because I don't want to mess up, all of this work, and as I done paid all of this money or whatever. So I came back today and for a hair wash. So they washed it, all the coagulation, all the blood. So they washed all of that off, and then they also gave me a kit with a special shampoos, and they gave me special kit that I need a dermal roller after 6 weeks, and put these drops inside of my head. I'm supposed to do that every 2 weeks, these drops. So that's what the instructions were. But the main takeaway from this is that I can't work out like any strenuous workout. So I think literally they told me I can't weightlift for another month. But if I wanted to start walking in 2 weeks, I can. So that's like one of the main takeaways. And then so they also said there's a possibility, well, I'm sure when the scabs start coming off, the hair will fall out also. So the hair will fall out too. So it's going to get worse before it gets better. So I'm going to just be bald headed for the next couple of months, child. So, I mean, it's all good. And then you really won't see like the stuff really started coming in till like maybe the 4th or the 5th month. But it's definitely a year process for everything to be all long and, luxurious and stuff. But that is pretty much the main takeaways from this hair transplant. And then maybe you want to know the price. So from Atlanta, round trip, my ticket was $2,000. Yeah, so that was $2,000. And they also have 2 packages. They have 2 packages. They have a silver package and a gold package. And I picked the gold package because, you get the better hotel with the gold package. You also get, like I told you, a kit to, with the shampoos. And I think the silver package get the shampoos too. They just don't get the extra stuff for the drops and the dermal planner and stuff like that. You don't just get that. So I went ahead, and I think the first one was $2,800. The silver package is $2,800, and then the gold package is $3,500. But again, I end up paying altogether $2,900 when I got her, and then I did a $300 deposit. So $29,300. So I ended up paying $3,200, and they gave me $300 off because a friend referred me. So altogether, yeah, I ended up paying $3,200, and then with the flight was another $2,000. So hopefully I have edges for $5,000. That's the plan. So I don't know. I think that's a good deal to to get some baby hairs. Can't wait to get like my boho braids so I could just snatch the rest of my new edges out, because I've been wanting boho braids for the longest. But yeah, so $5,000 all together. But again, if you have any questions that I did not cover in this video, just put them in the comments, like and subscribe. And but again, if you didn't follow, did you really watch the video? It's like documentation, y'all. So, you know, if you didn't document it, did you really do it? So if you didn't follow and like and subscribe and everything, if you ain't do none of that, did you really watch the video? But again, like I said in the beginning of this video, the point of this video is to help me grow so we could go ahead and get these businesses out, so everybody could be an entrepreneur, and to get everybody off the bedside eventually, you know, if that's what if that's your heart desire. You know, as quiet as it kept, it's been my heart desire, especially after COVID. I worked enough hours during COVID for 12 nurses. So, but again, I really do believe in my baby. I love this planner. Like I said, it comes in 3 colors. So, you know, please go ahead and support me. It's at thenursethatplans.com. Just go ahead and type it in or click the link and go ahead and grab you 1 or 2, 3, 4 planners. But again, as you see what I have in the planner, it's a lot of stuff in the planner and everything. And like I said, and everybody comes, you know, get a pen. But thank you for listening to my rant. And again, I'm trying my best to grow, so I know this is not the best clean video and got cuts and edits, but I'm on to get there, okay? But again, like I said, I'm in Turkey right now, so once I get home, for my next videos, I'm gonna try my best to, you know, grow and cut and try to learn how to edit and all those things. But again, thank y'all for listening to my rant, and I love y'all. And again, this channel is for y'all, you know, for all the nurses and LPNs and CNAs and radiology techs and respiratory therapists. This is for y'all. But again, like and subscribe, and thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. I just know this channel is gonna do really well. I love y'all, and even if you don't, you know what I'm saying, think this channel is for you, that's okay too, but just share it with somebody, okay? I love y'all. Bye bye.